what's up, you guys? This is Gabriel Visiontoon Lamette here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited that you're here because actually this is the introduction to my brand new channel, which is Visiontoon Art World. I'm so happy that you're here, and so what I want to do is take the time to actually give you a bit of information about what you can expect on this channel, as well as telling a little bit of my origin story, if you want to look at it that way. So I'll go ahead and start at the beginning. Like most artists, I started out drawing as a child, doing doodles on sheets of paper. Some of them were stick figures. I often laugh. My mom said, I knew you were an artist because your guy stick figures kind of had little bitty muscles you tried to put within the stick figures. I don't know how I did that. But then she also said, like, the women had breasts. So I knew the difference between what guys and girls should look like drawing as a kid. And so that was where I got my start. And then from there, I continued with artwork and being into what they don't have anymore nowadays, like comic strips as a kid that you would get in the Sunday papers. And so that was how I got my start in love for actually drawing. Obviously, in addition to that, I was a big time cartoon nut basket. I was all the way into the animations that were popular as I was growing up. So that could have been anything from your Warner Brothers to any of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, plus all the vintage Spider-Man type of stuff that they had back in those days. And so I was literally just engulfed with the mindset of art, and art was literally my world, thus being where I get the name for this channel from. But from there, I started to really develop my craft and my gift. I started getting into doing painting and wanting to do comic strips of my own and comic books of my own. And there were two different styles that I would do. I liked doing the stuff that was kind of the cartoon animation style, and then I also liked the comic book style. And those were both the worlds that kind of put together what was the makeup of who I am as far as an artist is concerned. So the next thing would be that once I went through school, I was doing junior high, obviously went into high school and started to look at, okay, now education time is coming for college because this is going to shape the rest of my life. And so I got into the aspect of graphic design. And when I started graphic design, that's when there wasn't all of the fancy Photoshops and all that stuff. Like, you had Photoshop, Illustrator, and a program most of you guys probably have never heard of if you're younger, one called Quark. And so they had that. There was the earlier versions of Premiere and Director and After Effects, all of those different things. I was in college during the time when they were really starting to push those styles of programming to be able to do design work at that time. And so I went through college, did my thing there, and then once I got out of college is when I really hit the ground running. I started doing design work for small and local churches and things like that. And then before I knew it, I started doing stuff for bigger organizations. And as my time grew from that, I'd say probably about a year after I graduated from college, then I got into the portion of doing things for bigger companies. And so I'll never forget, I ended up doing a design for a flyer for one of my clients. And the printer actually saw my artwork and asked me to come on to his team so that I could be able to produce things. And it was a great opportunity because that company was doing a lot of different things for the music industry. They were working with everybody from, at that time, DMX and Aaliyah to Janet Jackson even. And so I got that opportunity to work there. And from there, I built up my entire skill set, had great mentors around me that helped me to develop my skills beyond what education and experience had taught me at that time. And before I knew it, I went from the last man on the totem pole in the design to, as that company grew, I became actually the art director there for several years. And so within that time, I learned about the importance of being able to conduct not just graphic design, but the marketing mindset and aspect, as well as photography and the whole scope of marketing. And this was giving me the opportunity to wear several different hats. I mean, I was doing things for music, I was doing things for film, and then I was doing things for businesses that were pretty big actually at that time. And so it was great to have that opportunity to be able to grow my skills at that point. Now, The next step of evolution that I would say came with my career was from there, then I branched off to do my own company. And from there, that's when things really kicked themselves to another level, to the point that I even had my own studio with models and photographers and makeup artists and doing all kinds of special events. And I was working on a lot of large based projects. Like I was working with the Angels through Aramark, doing designs for them for the stadium. I was doing independent film designs. I was doing music designs for CDs back when we were doing a lot of CDs. I was doing design work back then. I was drawing characters. I was doing even my own little comic book excerpts and doing t-shirt designs. There were so many different things that I was doing. I even got to the point that I was doing things within the automotive industry, and I was presenting full-on scale designs for actual trade show areas, or for the SEMA convention in Las Vegas, which is all things automotive. I had booths there that I was designing everything: the banners, the backdrops, the promotional flyers, the bags, everything, the t-shirts, all of it. And so it's been a great ride and a great journey all this time, doing graphic design, doing illustration works, doing cartoons, all of those different things. And that's what this entire channel is going to encompass. So I want you to definitely go ahead and look to subscribe to this channel. I like feedback. I want to hear from you. I want to make sure that if you think something is cool, say it. If you think it's not cool, say it. I just want to know that you're out there, and I want to be able to have a good grasp on what everybody would like to see more of on this channel. Because at this time, I'm looking to make sure that on this channel I have comic book artwork, sketch work, cartoons. I'm actually developing a children's book this year, so some of those elements will be on here as well, so you can see me as I'm building this wonderful project. But then I'm also going to have graphic design, also as well as multimedia, and you'll see the different things I'm working on. I also plan to do certain art tips that go within those functions of art, and then I also plan to do tutorials as well. So there's going to be a lot of different things that I'm planning to bring to this actual channel, and that's why it's going to be important for you to make sure you hit a subscribe, a like. I want to get to know you, I want to get to talk to you, and I want to build this relationship and help build literally an art world. So again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm so excited. We have a lot of ground to cover, and this is just the beginning. Let's go get it. Bye.